Hi guys, this is Chet here from Avion Technology. We are a digital agency here in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. So what do? We actually help other small agencies scale up. A lot of small agencies, especially ones within like $500,000 annual turnover, usually find it really hard to scale up. So we help them scale up. Um, Please note that anything I say in this video is not legal advice, nor is it financial advice. Please meet the concerned professionals for the same. What I'm just sharing is, wisdom from being in business for the last 17 years. I have had a lot of small business clients. In fact, I've had the good fortune of working with at least, I would say, about 2,000 small business owners in the last 17 years. And I have gleaned a lot of wisdom having worked with them. So these are just stories from the battlefront, so to speak. So today I'm going to talk about Pareto distribution. Again, this is a very cliched word. If you have been through any kind of higher education program, an MBA, or even if you've spent a lot of time in the corporate world, I'm sure you've heard of Wilfredo Pareto at some point in your life. Everyone talks about Pareto. So today is my turn to talk about Pareto. So Pareto distribution, right? What is Pareto distribution? Well, he was so Wilfredo Pareto was this Italian economist who said that 80% of the effects can be traced to 20% of the causes, right? And this applies to everything. So I think he did some survey in which he said that like 80% of the wealth in Italy was owned by 20% of the people, and that's how he came to this 80-20 rule. And then nowadays people kind of take that and superimpose it over everything, and then they kind of throw up their hands and say Pareto, right? So that's how Pareto distribution works. So today I'm going to talk about how you can actually use this in your agency. First of all, what do small agencies look like? They're usually about 4 to 5, 6 people. They have one anchor client who's giving them a lot of business. They have 1 or 2 devs who are delivering most of that business, and then they usually have like a long tail of like a lot of maintenance clients, just clients for whom they have like monthly maintenance or SEO, and they're doing about $30,000-$40,000 in revenue. The owners is usually one person, or sometimes it's a partner. It's a partnership situation, and they're usually on a treadmill. So from the time they get up till the time they go to bed, they're just going at it. They have to keep going at it because services businesses essentially are not scalable, and they're extremely competitive, right? So if you're running a services business, you're going to be in business as long as you're hustling, period. The day you stop hustling, you're out. So if you're a service business owner, and if you want to stop hustling, think about selling your business. If you want to stop the hustle, services businesses usually don't do too well without the hustle. Or get an employee who can hustle on your behalf, but those are usually hard to find. So Pareto, right? How can you apply the Pareto principle to your small business, to your agency? Look at the distribution of your clients. Small businesses, especially agencies, suck at data science. At this time, you probably have no clue if I asked you to the decimal point who are your top 5 clients. Right? So start keeping some kind of data, historical data, and then figure out how much business you get from different clients. And lo and behold, you will realize that 80% of your business comes from 20% of the sources, right? Or 20% of the clients. What this insight will do is that this is my personal belief, but not all clients are equal, period. And usually, this goes back to this, 80% of your problems are also caused by 20% of the causes, whether it's clients, whether it's employees, whether it's, family members. But 80% of your problems might come from 20% of the clients, and they're usually long tail clients. They're usually clients who really do not add a lot of bottom line, who do not add to the bottom line. They're usually clients who you've taken on because you couldn't say no to them, or they were a respected member of your community, or they went to school with dad or whatever. And they are the ones who usually cause you most of your problems, right? So once you've identified who those 20% of the clients are who are giving you 80% of the business, my suggestion would be that take at least half a day to a day off to nurture them. Small agencies, small businesses essentially grow by farming and not hunting. Hunting will get your foot inside doors. Hunting will get you a pilot project. But for your agency or your small business to grow, you have to deliver and deliver well, and you have to nurture that account in order for that account to scale up. Now, how will you have any bandwidth to nurture these 20% when you're spending all your time dealing with the 80%, with the 20% who are causing you all the grief, right? So that's the first thing. Identify who those 20% clients are who are giving you 80% of your business. And it's the same for employees and sales, right? Sales. When I wrote sales, I meant salespeople. If you're running an organization with a lot of salespeople, you will usually find out that it's 20% of the salespeople who are getting 80% of the business, or even in terms of employees, it's 20% of the employees who are giving you or delivering 80% of the business. So you can really apply this to a lot of the facets of your business. Why do you want to do this? What happens in small businesses is that most small business owners, after spending 10, 15, 20 years in their business, start to get burnt out, right? Popular media and business schools have taught us that motivation, willpower, these are all infinite resources, when in fact they're not. They're limited resources. And what happens is that in trying to get your small business off the ground, you usually end up spending so much of that emotional bandwidth, that emotional energy, is that you reach a point where you really do not want to see a problem ever again, because you're just done managing day-to-day problems of your business. Now, I'm not talking about strategic problems. Most small business owners would love to get to a stage where they're solving strategic issues, right? How do I find more investors, right? How do I get more anchor clients? But the reality is that most small business owners never get to that stage because they're just so busy solving day-to-day problems. So how do you solve this, right? First of all, identify what the Pareto distribution is, right? And then second, right, have, for solving these problems, a lot of times I say just fire those clients. You will see that it does not affect your company's top line or bottom line at all. If anything, it will improve. And then once you've identified this, start spending more time with them. Take them out for lunch, take them out for coffee. If you're on LinkedIn, and they have a work anniversary, everyone, there's a few things that I've seen everyone likes. Everyone likes a compliment. Everyone likes to be wished on their anniversary. So do it, right? And you will see that your agency, your small business, it starts scaling up, right? Ultimately, we are in this, right, because we had dreams and we wanted freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from having to show up to work every day, right? That's the ultimate freedom, right? The dollar value that we put to it, I want to have 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. That's just a byproduct of the lifestyle that we want. What we want is not lifestyle. What we want is the freedom that gets us that lifestyle. So essentially, freedom's right here. The lifestyle sits on top of that. So that 20, 30, 40, 100 million number that you have in mind, that's just the price of that lifestyle. But freedom is what motivates you to get there. How do you get to that freedom? Right? You get to that freedom by, at some level, creating something which is durable. You create an economic engine, like your business, which is durable, which runs on its own. How do you get to that? Well, one of the ways you can get to that is by identifying the Pareto distribution, by figuring out who helps you get to that freedom and who is it that's keeping you away from that freedom. And then the ones that are keeping you away from it, I'm sorry, but you gotta fire them. And the ones that are helping you get there are the ones you gotta nurture. Here at Avion, we've helped a lot of small agencies scale up. We've helped a lot of small agency owners get to a place in life where they went on to do their next thing. They even send me photographs, of the things and the businesses that they're doing after they sold their agency. And believe me, that makes me the happiest, because I feel that I had a chance to be on the front seat of an amazing journey, and I had a chance to make an impact in someone's life. So if you own a small agency, if you own a digital agency, give me a shout, or subscribe to this channel. Please write a comment or send me an email, and I'd love to chat with you. Chet here from Avion Technology. Thank you.